Good morning, Schenectady High School students. This is your host, Aranzo, speaking, and you are watching the Patriot Program. This is, I think, the first one I've ever hosted without putting my face in the intro, but that's just because I'm trying to get this done in time for some of the news we'll be covering, that being the musical, which you'll hear about at the end of this video. But just some other things we'll be talking about today is a Frisbee team. We have what happened we have some Pie the Principal clips. We have a discussion about the prom theme, which if you remember there was quite some uproar about. Some April Fool shenanigans, and a game show. So make sure to stick around for all of this. I made sure to make this one not 45 minutes. And let's get into our first order of business by talking about some Frisbee fun. So I'm here with Mr. Roy to talk about his Frisbee club.
Yes, so this year, 2024-2025 season, Schenectady High School and Schenectady City School District is trying to roll out its first ultimate Frisbee competitive team. We're starting off with targeting middle school students, trying to get them familiar with the game. And then later on, we're going to introduce it to the high school students with hope that we can become a competitive team, right? And that's just to bring something new and invigorating to the school for those who may not already be involved with other sports, give them something to try.
What made you want to start the Frisbee team? Do you do Frisbee personally?
Not personally. It was brought to me by one of my faculty staff, and then I started to do research on it. And I started YouTube and Ultimate Frisbee, and it was something that I just never seen before. Then I started to become more interested in it.
So someone was brought upon you, and then you started enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it was an opportunity, definitely, and I'm always open for new experiences and learning new things. So it's pretty cool.
And right now, it's sort of just like a after-school club.
Yes. So right now it is a club, and like I said, with aspirations of it being a competitive team sport here in the district.
Do you know of any other schools that are doing it like clubs or competitively?
Well, I hear Niskayuna has a team for their middle school. I believe Able Park, and then maybe about 2 other schools competing competitively. So that's why we're trying to build up a team here at the school, so we can also, enter that competitive league.
Have you done any other sports competitive, in your time, or coach any sports?
Yeah, well, I do player development with basketball. I train basketball. I'm a huge bike rider myself when I'm in the season or in the shape.
Yeah.
And I played, a little bit of tennis in high school, so I'm well-rounded. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
All right, and would you be coaching the Frisbee team, or who's going to be doing that?
Well, I'm just an advisor to the club. We have 3, we have 3 volunteer coaches that come out. They're from outside of the district, and they come out, they offer free Frisbees, they lessons, and, just the camaraderie, and they help build the community within the kids that's interested in playing.
Is there anything you would say to kids that are interested in joining the Frisbee club/team?
I would tell them, give it a shot, because I think that we just think about a Frisbee as something that is trivial and we just throwing it back and forth, but we don't really put mind to seeing that it's really a sport that goes hard, in the paint. It's almost played as football, 7-on-7 competitively, and the goal is to score like football in the end zone. And if you have any athleticism, if you into making great catches and using your agility, come out, learn the game, understand the concept, and give it a try. It's worth it.
What times can we find you, and where can we find you to join the Frisbee team/club?
So if anybody's interested in Ultimate Frisbee Club, I'm always in C7. You might see me moving around the building, and I'm Mr. Roy again. You can always send me an email, JenkinsR@Schenectady City Schools, or just pull up on me on C7, or if you see me in the hallway, just ask me about it. I'll get you signed up. And we go from Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4:15 to 5:45, anywhere from the back gym in the high school, or we're outside on the field by the soccer field. So that's where you can find us for Ultimate Frisbee.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Roy Jenkins.
Thank you, man. I appreciate what you do.
One hot topic in recent weeks was the prom theme. Student Council released this video soon after the polls were finished. This was the assembly at which you were able to vote for the prom theme.
Awesome. So something awesome to look forward to. Right here is the only time I'm gonna ask you to take your phones out. This is so that you can vote on senior prom theme. What? That's all right. If somebody take a picture of it and you get it. And then, matter of fact, I'll put this in the email too, but PPC wants to get your idea now around the theme because they got to start working on it now.
Here's the video announcing the winner in the eventual theme for prom of 2025 at Schenectady High School.
On the bottom, Paige. You were good. I'm waiting for you to be great. And next, Kendall. You didn't stick out to me. Next is Brooke. Next, Nia. You're third on the pyramid. You were third overall high score. And Mackenzie. And on top of the pyramid, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie.
Once the results released, I heard a lot of negative opinions about the outcome. So naturally, I took to the hallways.
I voted for Princess and the Frog and Greek gods and goddesses, and I feel like Greek gods and goddesses should have won. Only because, like, Once Upon a Time is so boring. I think it's boring. That's all.
But you voted for Princess and the Frog?
What's wrong with Princess and the Frog? Are you hating on black people?
Isn't that Once Upon a Time?
Who gives a shit?
Yes, call her
Actually, no. Actually, no. Because
I actually voted for the Once Upon a Time theme, and I like the theme. I agree with it. I didn't know about the thing that you could put in like a suggestion for what you wanted at the start of the school year. But I agree with the whole fairy tale thing. I don't really care what the theme is. It's prom. It doesn't matter what the theme is to me personally. I know I'm gonna have a good time no matter what. And no matter what the theme is, it's just how you updo it with your style. It's just a dance. It's just, that's how I think about it.
So as someone, as you voted, right, and seeing all the different themes that are like Greek mythology, Alice in Wonderland, and Princess and the Frog, do you feel like it was flooded with what are pretty much a bunch of different Once Upon a Times to maybe have a Once Upon a Time theme outcome?
I do, but I feel like that's what a lot of the students wanted, even though a lot of kids are acting like maybe that's not what they wanted now because that's what it turned out to be. I feel like a lot of people did want that because that's what it turned out to be. Yeah.
So for like the prom, I personally didn't care what the theme was because I was gonna get whatever I liked for my dress because it's my night. But I feel like with like most of the themes or whatever, I feel like they kind of like repeated every time and they could have fit in. You probably could have got like more variety or something with the prom themes because I feel like with the prom theme being Once Upon a Time, there was also like Princess and the Frog and Alice in Wonderland and Greek mythology or whatever. And those could have low-key fit with fairy tale, so I feel like all those brackets were unnecessary. Same thing with like Vegas, Roaring Twenties, that all could have fit with Casino Night. I just feel like we should have had like more options or something. Like there should have been like a ballot or something that went out to like all the seniors and they all voted, not really like the student council. And it's funny because I'm also on the student council, but I wasn't there for months, so yeah.
As someone who wasn't there for the decision, do you feel like some of student council, maybe just the president or others?
Oh no, I was there with like the prom, like in like the beginning of like the student council. Like we were putting like little sticky notes of stuff on there, and there were definitely like more stuff that was on there that I remember, if I recall, that weren't like the main things that they were all putting down. That's why I feel like there was mostly repeats of everything that could have just fit into one thing.
So yeah, you feel like like that themes like Princess and the Frog, Once Upon a Time, Wizard of Oz, or Greek mythology or whatever were all put on there because maybe someone in student council, maybe or may not the president, wanted one particular version of those themes, so they flooded it with almost synonyms of the same theme to make sure that they got what they wanted?
I mean, that could be possible. That is plausible. That's plausible that could have been a thing. I don't know. But I feel like I feel like it was like a lot of people who wanted to do Once Upon a Time. I feel like that also goes with Casino Night. Like that doesn't just go with Once Upon a Time, it also goes with Casino Night because they were also putting synonyms for stuff that could be Casino Night. So yeah.
All right, thank you.
I'm not going to prom.
That's
It's recorded, by the way.
bro. That shit is whack, bro. Grown ass people. Once upon a time. Make some shit realistic. That shit is gonna be whack, bro.
You feel like Casino should have won?
Casino?
No, yeah, that was.
That shit would have been hard. Coming in with suits and shit. You ready to gamble and shit? Once upon a time. Who the fuck gonna like Snow White and them? Shit whack. That's really my opinion on that shit.
All right, thank
For
you.
the prom, I voted for the casino as my first option, and then the night in Paris because like I feel like that's very romantical, and for a prom and like you having a date and going out with your buds or like a girl, that's like peak. That's like a very
Or boy.
Or boy, yeah. I'm not judging. That would be a very good setting to have like the end of your senior year. So, and then the casino, like you can like for boys, it's much easier to dress for a casino than which the one that won. I'm sorry, I'm starting over my words. But the one that won Once Upon a Time, it's like, how am I supposed to dress up for that? Like, in my mind, the prom that I wanted was like nice and professional or just a bit funny. But like for Once Upon a Time, I don't really know what to wear. Like, do I wear a blue suit with glitters and a star tie or something? And then what does she wear too? So I'm a bit lost on that. Like, I'm not very big on fashion
You
that
should
much.
pull up in a suit of armor.
I'm not very big on fashion, and I don't really have too much like variety in my wardrobe.
Can I show up dressed as a dragon and you can save me? Or no, you can kill me?
So it's kind of difficult to dress for it. And I feel like it was slightly rigged because I know a lot of people in this high school voted for either the casino or Night in Paris because like it's very popular. Like either the Night in Paris because of the song or just the setting in general because Paris, lovers in France, stuff like that.
Are you talking about the song about the two people in Paris?
And stuff like that. So in my opinion, I feel like it was kind of rigged or like they just put those options there just to mess with you and feel like you had the option. I would have loved to see like a live poll go on or like at least them release who voted for what, and not who voted for what because I don't want to release that or whatever, but how many people voted for each of the opinions or options.
All right, so as someone who voted, right, you see the options such as Princess and the Frog, Alice in Wonderland, and pretty much themes that fit into Once Upon a Time. Do you feel as if student council had flooded the poll with fairy tale themes to get an outcome that they wanted?
Oh my god, yeah. I only just now realized that because I was very focused on the casino or the Once Upon a Time one because those were the one that won. But now that you bring up like the rest of the options, it does seem like there was a lot of fairy tale bias in there.
Yeah, only two of the options
do you
were
know
fairy
how
tale
they
related.
voted on what would be able or like an option?
Pardon me, what?
Do you know how they decided what would be an option? How they decided the frog, the Night in Paris, the
Student suggestions.
Student
which
suggestions.
were also open to members of student council, obviously.
I was not informed of that at all.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
Yeah.
This was early in the year.
Early?
Bruh.
Whoa, okay. That's a bit hard to... Not a lot of people are thinking that far ahead to prom. So that's...
I mean, obviously, prom is something they have to plan for pretty deeply, so it does make sense
That's
to be in the beginning of the year.
Like if they made it just a bit more known.
Maybe make like an announcement.
I swear, right?
Like you know how we were getting those stupid emails from Mr. Green about the surveys?
Like
why
3
couldn't
times a day.
why couldn't you email us once and be like, hey guys, prom voting?
Prom
But,
suggestions, please, right now. Yeah, it seems a bit rigged.
Yeah, it's like Once Upon a Time, fairy tale, Princess and Frog. That's 3 fairy tale type themes.
I honestly don't know how they can come to that conclusion as teenagers.
Yeah,
Like I understand that that idea of a fairy tale is very amusing or very nice to think about it, but like for your prom, you're 18, 17, whatever age you are, and you want to go to prom and dress up as a frog.
I'll dress up as a dragon, and you can like slay me and save your
Okay,
girlfriend.
let's stop right there.
I personally did not vote for any sort of Once Upon a Time related theme, but because it's my senior prom, I'm going to go anyway. But I'm also going to get a free ticket thanks to the student bank and the Patriot Points program. You can find out more about that on Tuesdays and Fridays during Sea Lunch, next to Mr. Hoffman's room.
Oh shit.
On the 18th of March during last period, it was senior day. There were a lot of fun events, but I didn't capture too many of them because I'm a senior who was having fun. but there was sack racing, even pieing some principals. With Mr. Green definitely getting it the worst. But on the subject of fun and games, let's move on to my own little game. Hey, so as a result of trying to get this out for the musical, had proper time to make a proper intro for this new segment / game show. So basically how it works is just you don't go on your phone and you win a McDonald's gift card. Last one standing wins, and no one knows about the challenge. All right, that's it. Bye. On this episode of That Dang Phone, we are currently in Brooks McDonald's classroom, where these kids should be studying for an upcoming test. And wow, would you look at that? 1, 2, 3 kids on their phone. Oh, watch out. 4, 5, 6 more kids on their phone. Oh, there's one more. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. It's looking like a tie. But one thing I didn't account for was my friend and classmate Shalom actually knows about the challenge. Therefore, he can't win the card, making Xavier our winner. Do you know why I'm here, Xavier? Alright. Other than students who are well aware of the challenge, you were the last kid to pull out your phone, which means you get a $15 McDonald's gift card. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Moving on to more recent events. This Tuesday was April 1st, so you know what that means. April Fool's Day. Now, this being my last year at Schenectady High School, I decided to actually do something on April Fool's Day, put some saran wrap on doors with a couple guys. Now, it's not as easy as it looks, and believe it or not, no one's really falling for this in the great year of 2025. That'd be funny. Bro, come on.
Listen, you recording me? No, I wanted to do that. No, I'm sorry.
Somebody walk through it. Somebody walk through it. Come on. Take over the team. Come on, take over the team. Walk through it. Walk through it. Hey!
Since I'm in the scene shop, now is a better time than ever to talk about the new upcoming musical at Schenectady High School, School of Rock. This musical is a stage musical performance of the classic film of Jack Black, aka
I'm Steve.
School of Rock. With co-president of Blue Roses Theater Company, Ileana Jackson, it is surely a wacky and fun performance. But I know you don't want to hear this from me. So let's hear what our actors and actresses have to say.
Rehearsal was fun. Ileana was sick a lot, which was really upsetting because it's boring without her. It's boring without our doing. And then Mr. Pesh or Mr. Musty has to do it. But she's here now, and I'm very proud that she got better. Hi, Ileana. I'm gonna make her cry. When? Saturday. Oh no. We're all gonna cry on Saturday, and Aranzo's gonna picture it beautifully, and you should all watch it and cry with us.
We have the best senior night out of every club at this school.
You know what? You want to know why?
You want to know why?
Why, Ileana?
Because we take.
They were awesome. It was like very repetitive, but after you get to the actual show, it gets really fun. So no matter how annoying the crew may seem and cast, but no matter how annoying they become, after you get into the show, everything just goes so smoothly and it's awesome.
So I was in School of Rock as Mr. Mooneyham and Mr. Green, although Mr. Green has like no lines whatsoever besides here at Screen. There's stolen glances in faculty closet, but we don't talk about that. This means I've never been in one before actually, so it's like new experience for me. Made some friends along the way, and just overall, it's just I had fun.
Alright, so I play Ned Schneebly, who is the dude whose identity the main character steals for the majority of the play.
Hello, this is Ned Schneebly. So who am I speaking, please?
And, I mean, despite the fact that rehearsals run pretty long, you're always up and at 'em. It's pretty exciting. We got some great sound people, such as the one lurking off camera right now. And they only mess up super frequently. I mean never.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because it was actually your fault.
It was my fault. Okay, nothing is ever anyone's fault. It's just a mistake that we can all grow from, a happy accident. That's the mindset here at Blue Roses. And the grind set mindset, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great show, and I've been very happy to be in it.
So I play Dewey Finn in School of Rock the musical, and playing Dewey Finn is very fun, but it's also very exhausting. It's very physically and vocally demanding, and so trying to balance all of that is something that I really have to pay attention to. But when I do it, it's so much fun, especially when I'm able to get like the high riffs, the high notes, and then just getting into the song, especially Teacher's Pet. I just love whenever I just get so into it. It's so much fun to do, and you should totally come. Come see School of Rock the musical at Schenectady High School on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, April 3rd through 5th at 7 p.m. each night in the auditorium. You won't regret it.
Come see School of Rock at Schenectady High School. It's April 3rd, 4th, and 5th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. General admission is $5, seniors are $2, and any SHS staff or students are all free. So please come, because you're missing a lot, and not going, it's just like a waste of time, and like we put a lot of dedication into it, and you should support the arts and stuff like that, and I think that's really important.
This show has been so much fun to work with. Oh my gosh. These kids are so talented. They are anywhere between 9th and 12th grade, and they're producing college level theater. The show is all about this guy, Dewey, who got kicked out of his band. And then he becomes this substitute teacher, and he ends up loving it and being good at it. He teaches them how to be rock stars. They learn how to let go a little bit and live life and rock. It's going to be a doozy, so you don't want to miss it. It is my first directing gig, and I was a part of BRTC when I went to this school and graduated in 2016, so you don't want to miss it. Let the house rock.
Hope you all enjoyed this most recent installment of the Patriot Program. Another unfortunately large gap, but I've been very busy recently, like I've said, with School of Rock being one of those things. And honestly, that's just a reason for you to go see it. Like, I'm in it. I'm not as big of a role as I was in the previous shows if you went to see those, but I'm still in it. More McDonald's gift cards. I'll probably end up doing one for every Patriot program that I do, since people tend to like them and I get a lot of views on Patriot programs. Thank you all for watching, by the way. And if you're interested in being a part of something cool like a Frisbee team, make sure to go to C7 or in the soccer field on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4:15 to 5:45. And when prom happens, I will definitely be participating in prom, like I said, but if I'm actually recording like every second of prom, is not something that's going to happen because I will be too busy participating. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Go see School of Rock. And with that being said, stick it to the man.